I'll tell you what, Lee, you like to settle for a point tonight, but that very, very nearly could have been all 3 points, couldn't it?
Yeah, I think as you say there, we're slightly frustrated with like maybe seeing it as 2 points drop, but let's respect the opponent as well. We've had two big battles with them already this season. We're becoming very familiar with one another, and obviously today we played out quite like it's quite even from start to finish. I think maybe like a few little where I said after we probably could have been a bit braver in the first half, shorten the game up, play through the lines a bit more, because that's the sort of team we are. Do you know what I mean? We got players that enjoy the ball, like getting on the ball, and maybe in the first half we didn't back ourselves enough, and that sort of set the tone for them to get themselves in front. And then when you're in front, it gives them a lead to hold on to. And obviously a great strike by George to peg us back on level terms, and like we're like trying to make changes to influence us in an attacking area, but probably I'm not saying we ran out of time, we just didn't do enough.
Absolutely, and you talk about George there. I mean, fantastic goal. Great way to open your account for Manor Farm. You've been really impressed, and I know the supporters are loving what they're seeing so far from George.
Yeah, no, he's definitely, like you can tell, he's got lots and lots of quality. Obviously, he's a Bristol Manor Farm player in the way that we want people to be attack minded. Like I said, going back on the start of this interview, like I don't think we were attack minded enough at the start of today's game, whether the conditions played their part. But again, we've shown good desire to get back on level terms, and we were trying to get the 3 points. And I think like maybe we look at this, and hopefully in a patch of games we might look at this as a good point. Obviously we need to like go and get like a winner in our next game, and then that might show the value for this one. But we know that's a tough task next week against Tavistock. But so we're just like slightly frustrated, but I think we're content.
Absolutely, and you talk about their like the fine margins. I mean, how as a manager, how do you sort of react to the players at the end of that one? Because I mean, if Jaden, who by the way got another man of the match tonight, that's the second running fantastic from him, and of course Benny B coming off as well, dragging it just wide of the far post. I guess what's the message to the players at the end of that one? Because I guess you can't be too critical. But ultimately, we didn't do enough to win the game.
We got a good like how can I put it, good young impressionable group in there. Like we've got some good experience, but we've got players that are making their way in Southern League football and hopefully beyond for them. So like again, they're gonna be frustrated because they're an honest bunch, and they know that maybe we could have done a bit more. But likewise, I would say we're growing into the season, I feel, and I think we've got good moments to come. And tonight, we'll take this one. We'll say let's not disrespect the opponent, because Bishops Cleeve are a very, very good side. They've got good players all over the place for them, and like we have. So I think it was like one of those sort of games that we cancelled each other out. Felt like the home advantage was going to hopefully get us over the line, but we like to say we'll take the point and move on.
And one player that you've obviously spent a lot of time with, obviously as a youth player, is obviously Doddermead coming into the club from Brislington. I know that we've got a great relationship with Briz, and obviously that's fantastic. They've allowed us to utilise him tonight. You know, what's your sort of thoughts on the new signing?
I had to ask Danny before the game actually how old he was, because I worked out that about 11 years ago he was playing in my under-18s at Bishop Sutton, and he was playing in the first team at Bishop Sutton. And soon as we give him, he got the reckoning to get in a side, and that was a good side. We won a Western League Prem, and he was mixing his shirt, like rubbing shoulders with the likes of Pete Shepherd, Kai Ollie, and so on. And so he's mixed in good company. So like when we recruited him in a week, we got him available for this evening's game with a lot of help from Lee Perks at Briz. And I think that they know like it's like having a three-way relationship sort of thing. They're gonna, maybe it allows them to keep him for a little bit like longer, based on the fact that he's getting his fix of maybe being curious about higher level football. And like let's see how that develops, because obviously I don't want to disrespect again Briz. They're a good club with lots of good. I think they choose to play at the level they're at, not that they could have got promotion last year in terms of winning the league they're in. Dan is a big player for them, but we're enjoying it, having him, and we'll see what happens there.